Welcome to this edition of Backstage Pass with Lia Chang. I'm your host, Lia Chang. Today I'm at the Metropolitan Museum of Art and the opening of the Michael C. Rockefeller Wing. On this segment of Backstage Pass with Lia Chang, my frequent collaborator, Erich McMillan-McCall, took me to a preview of the Met's collections of the Arts of Africa, the Ancient Americas, and Oceania in the reimagined Michael C. Rockefeller Wing, which reopened in May following a multi-year renovation. The three major collections, spanning 5 continents and hundreds of cultures, now stand as independent entities. I also had a chance to chat with Dr. Maia Nuku, the Met's curator of the Arts of Oceania.
Hi, I'm Dr. Maia Nuku and I'm the curator for the Arts of Oceania here at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And I'm standing here in the first gallery for Oceanic art here at the Met. And we are in the gallery that really celebrates the arts of the western half of New Guinea. And behind me are these incredible Asmat ancestor figures. And beyond me, the 15 and 18 foot beach poles collected by Michael Rockefeller in 1961. So in this gallery, we're really celebrating Indigenous perspectives, the agency of oceanic art, and starting to sensitize visitors to the fact that these are not just objects, they're really subjects with histories and biographies that really connect to present-day communities across the Pacific. Many of those artists, delegates, and collaborators on this project have traveled from Oceania, from all the islands, and are celebrating these new galleries with us. So it's a big moment for us. This has been a 10-year project. The galleries have been closed for 5 years, and now we are, unveiling them and lifting the roof off these galleries. Hi, now we're standing in front of the crescent-shaped new configuration for the 9 Asmat Biche. These are spirit poles from the Asmat region of southwest New Guinea, and these are really like upright canoes. They're canoes that link the earth and the sky. They were installed in the heart of villages, Asmat villages, as vessels that help the souls of the recently departed, of members of the community, transition across to Safan, the ancestral realm, which lies out to the west. And so these 4 of these were actually installed in Omadaset village to inaugurate a new ceremonial house. And so these have come into the collection they were collected by Michael Rockefeller, a young Harvard graduate of 23 years old, when he visited southwest New Guinea in 1961. And he was moved and taken with this art and engaged very closely with artists. He recorded the names of artists and took portraits of the artists that made these works. And so he really wanted this collection not to be the work of anonymous artists, but really to celebrate the individualism and innovation of individual artists. So it's really an important aspect of the new displays. We really want to elevate the biographies of specific artists and name them in these galleries, which is not something we can always do for collections from oceanic art. So this is the new the reframing really of this collection, this important collection for us here at the Met. This is a wuramon, a spirit canoe from the Asmat region of southwest New Guinea, and this canoe has no base, no bottom. It's a hollowed hull with no foundation. So these spirit figures are looking down. The swirling water is a sign of a portal from this realm into the ancestral realm known as Safan. So these figures are looking down as they really express this transition from across thresholds. So much of the art in Oceania is really often used as a vehicle or a vessel for transitioning across different thresholds, from life to death, for example, or in terms of different rites of passage and stages in life. So this spirit canoe or wuramon was really used as part of initiation rites for young boys as they cross the threshold from being young boys and become adults. And the responsibilities and the obligations and the knowledge that elders share with them at this rite of passage is very important. So these were installed, these spirit canoes, outside the Emakjem, the bone house, which is a space where the young initiates are kind of secluded from everyday normal activities for the time that they're learning the knowledge required of them as young adults. And so their maternal uncles, when they've come out of the Emakjem, they pull them across this canoe. They pass across the turtle, which is really a symbol of fertility and abundance. These are creatures that live in this liminal space between the land and the ocean. So across the Pacific, you see turtles as very much instantiating ideas of abundance. And then these omok, this zigzag shape, these are the creatures and spirits that lurk in the swirly eddies of rivers. So this ancestral canoe has a hammerhead shark at the prow, but you can see the strakes of this canoe are really the body of an ancestor. So you can see the upturned head at the top, which is the head of the ancestor, and then this canoe is really its body. Again, a fundamental idea for Arts of Oceania. The canoes are understood to be ancestral bodies, just as the houses are. And so this is a really important work that expresses a lot of these ideas about transitioning across thresholds and these wonderful colorways. The hot, spiritually charged red color from ochres is really an important color. You'll see the white is a chalky, it's calcined lime actually, that's been mixed with the binder and then painted on. So when you see that white, chalky color, it's really a link to that ancestral realm in Safan. So the red and the white are really telling you this is a very special, highly charged artwork or object.
Thank you for joining me for this edition of Backstage Pass with Lia Chang. Until next time.